The interview question, why do you want to join us, is really common, and at the surface level it's pretty easy to point out those things that you find impressive or attractive about the organization that you're interviewing with. But I think that we can go a lot further, and you can really answer this question in a strong manner that will mark you out as a preferred candidate during their interview process. And that's what we're going to talk about in this short video, how to answer this question in the most effective manner. Hello, my name is Stephen Wright. I'm a career coach here at Career Mentor, and we help high-performing financial services professionals make their next smart career move. So the first thing to say is it's such an obvious question, it's so likely to come up that it's definitely worth investing the time in preparing for it. And secondly, this question is likely to come at the beginning or towards the beginning of the interview. So if you are able to answer this in a powerful and strong way, then you set the tone for the rest of the interview. You mark yourself out as a strong candidate and you create a great first impression. So with that said, let's ask ourselves, what do you think the interviewer is looking for when they ask this question? Well, they may want to understand how much you know about them. The interviewer may also want to understand, have you done any preparation? Have you researched us? And have you got a good idea about what we're all about? But also that question kind of implies that you've really thought through what it is that you're looking for, and you have a clear understanding about how we might match with those criteria. And that's where we're going to go with this conversation. In fact, when we at Career Mentor are working with our coaching clients, we spend a good deal of time understanding each individual's unique criteria, selection criteria for both the firm and the jobs that they're looking for, so that they can conduct their job search with a great deal of precision. We want to know what has to be present in any job and any firm, so that we know that this is the right place for you to grow, to be happy, and to give of your best, and generally do a fantastic job for that firm. So with that in mind, let's now look at how you're going to use this in a job interview. You may want to say, in answer to that question, well, look, I'm really clear about what it is. I've got 5 key criteria or 10 key criteria that I'm looking for in any firm. And then you can move through that list in a fairly snappy manner with each criteria, and then matching what it is that you've been able to find out about their organization. For example, you might want to say, well, one of my criteria is that generally speaking, the employees seem to be pretty happy. Now, I've done my research, I've looked at glass ceiling, I've also spoken to friends of friends and people in my network, people who work here, and all the data that I've been able to find, all the opinion that I've been able to gain, is that people are generally happy here, which is fantastic. So you can see how you're matching what you've been able to find in your research to your criteria, and therefore that's what you find attractive about their firm. Perhaps another example may be, look, I've read the job selection or the job specification, and as I understand it, you're looking for somebody to do X, Y, Z. I really enjoy doing X, Y, Z. I'm really good at doing X, Y, Z. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm particularly interested in this role. By doing that, you're not only pointing out that there's a match there, but you're also getting the interviewer to envision you doing X, Y, Z job in the future. So now that we've been able to establish that across 5 or 10 criteria, you may also say, well, look, there's one or two key criteria against which I've not been able to find out anything of significance in the research, and I'd really like to address those particular issues and ask questions about that at the appropriate time in your interview process. So what you've been able to do here is create the match between your criteria and what it is that that firm offers, and also point out where there are gaps in your knowledge and therefore you haven't been able to arrive at an opinion. So in summary, what you're doing here is you're setting yourself out as a really strong candidate because you're prepared, you're clear about what it is that you want, you've done your research as best that you can, and you've been able to create a match between what they're offering in the firm and the job with your criteria, and you're happy that there are still things yet to be discussed. This also implies that you're thoughtful and discerning and accurate in your thinking. All of these are qualities which I suggest most interviewers are going to find really attractive. I hope you find this useful. I'll be putting the blog that I wrote about this in the comments below. If you think this deserves it, then please do give it a thumbs up. If you would like to have a conversation about where you are in your career, where you are in your job search, then all my contact details are at the top of my LinkedIn profile in the contact info section. Get in touch and let's have a chat. Thanks very much.